Hi and welcome to our video presentation. We are the Digital Builders team and it's a pleasure to present our project to you today. Here's the outline of our presentation, and we have 3 different modules where we will explain each part throughout this video. With the growing emphasis on digital education, Malaysia is embracing technology to enhance teaching practices and foster interactive learning. So in alignment with this vision, our team successfully implemented the Google Apps Training Project, a 6-month initiative funded by 150 ringgit from Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. So the project focused on training 200 secondary school teachers in Kota Samarahan to effectively utilize Google Apps such as Forms, Meet, classroom sheets in their teaching processes. So this initiative not only aimed to improve digital proficiency, but also to support the nationwide adoption of these tools, contributing to the advancement of education through technology. Allow me to introduce our team and the roles that we've undertaken. I am Amanda Mirabel as the project manager who oversees the project's planning, implementation, and budget while ensuring everything stays on track. Next, we have Diana Razak, our stakeholder liaison, who bridges communication between the team and stakeholders, managing expectations and reporting progress. We also have Alisa Rini as the risk manager, who identifies potential risk and implements strategies to ensure smooth project execution. We also have Claire Cassandra as the technical lead, who ensures the technical aspects of the project align with its goals, from system design to troubleshooting. We also have Gloria Gale as our financial analyst, who plans and monitors our budget, ensuring resources are allocated efficiently. And lastly, we have Mior Hazrul, the quality assurance officer, who ensures all deliverables meet high standards through testing, tracking, and audits. So together, we've combined our skills and expertise to create a project that addresses real educational challenges and empowers teachers to adopt technology in their classrooms effectively.
Now we're moving to the project description, where our project, Google Apps Training, focus more on 5 different platforms. So we're going to the first one, which is Google Form. It is for the teachers to create quizzes, survey, and also assessment for the students. And also for the next one is Google Meet. It is for teachers to conducting virtual classes and also meetings among students and also teacher staff. And moving to the classroom is for the teacher managing assignment, resources, and also to communicate with the students among students. And also moving on for the next is Google Sheets. It is for the teachers to track student progress, and also for data management and also analysis for students. And last, for Google Chat is for students and teachers. They communicate and collaborate among themselves, each other at the real time. So our objective for this project is for enhanced teaching efficiency and improve student engagement by integrating Google Apps into classroom activities. So it's focusing on for the teachers purposely. And also the duration for this project is for 6 months.
Hi, I will be presenting the summary of MOV for our project. For area of impact, we aim to create value across multiple dimensions, including customer, strategic, financial and operational, and social impacts. Specifically, the goal is to enhance the operational capabilities of teachers while simultaneously enriching the social aspect of education by fostering collaboration and innovation in the classroom. The project emphasizes making education better, faster, and more accessible while reducing inefficiencies. By integrating Google App for Education, teachers will have the tools to do more, ultimately benefiting their teaching processes and students' learning outcomes. The success of our project will be measured by ensuring that at least 75% of secondary school teachers in Kota Samarahan improve their proficiency in using Google Apps for educational purposes. The timeline for this project is 6 months, during which we will conduct training sessions, provide resources, and monitor progress to achieve our target.
Next, I will compare three potential approaches we considered for the Google Apps training project. We will evaluate them based on their costs, benefits, and limitations before highlighting the best option. The first option is to maintain the status quo, sticking with current methods and avoiding any major changes. While this is the cheapest option at $102,000, it offers minimal impact. The lack of modernization could hinder our ability to enhance teaching methods and meet future demands. Our second option is to purchase subscription-based tools like Microsoft 365 Education. At $118,000, this is a balanced choice. These tools are proven, user-friendly, and scalable. However, they require some initial training for teachers and setup time, which is manageable within our timeline. The third option involves building a custom system tailored to our specific needs. This offers complete customization and precise alignment with our goals. However, it comes at a high cost of $142,000, requires significant development time, and poses ongoing maintenance challenges. Considering the costs, benefits, and alignment with our project goals, the best choice is to purchase software. It strikes the right balance between affordability and scalability while providing effective tools to enhance teaching. These options support our measurable organizational value of empowering educators with impactful technology.
The total benefits of ownership for integrating technology in education can be categorized into tangible and intangible benefits across three approaches, which are maintaining the status quo, purchasing a software package, and building a custom system. Maintaining the status quo minimizes hardware costs and reduces IT support needs through simplified services. Purchasing a software package lowers costs with subscription-based solutions and reduces IT workload through cloud-based services. And lastly, building a custom system provides personalization to meet unique needs and ensures scalability for growth or downsizing. Meanwhile, intangible benefits focus on enhancing overall effectiveness and experience. Maintaining the status quo reduces dependence on third-party vendors, lowering risk of service interruptions, and minimizes data breach risk by keeping sensitive information secure. Purchasing a software package boosts student engagement through interactive learning and strengthens collaboration via platforms like Microsoft 365. Building a custom system drives innovation by enabling unique features and improves user experiences with systems that are simple and tailored to specific needs. These intangible benefits ensure long-term value and efficiency across all approaches.
Next is a summary of MOV revised from Assignment 1 and Assignment 2. Our goal is to empower teachers with the skill and knowledge necessary to effectively use Google Apps for education. This will enhance the teaching and the learning process provided by the MOV. If 75% of secondary school teachers in Kota Samarahan can improve their teaching methods by utilizing Google Apps for education resources, we will consider the initiative a success.
Now I'm going to present the list of resources needed. So to ensure the success of this project, we've identified three key categories of resources. First is human resources, second is material resources, and third is financial resources. So starting off with human resources, we have trainers, IT support, and project managers to lead and execute the program. Next, we have material resources. Here we have comprehensive training manuals, which are necessary devices and software licenses to facilitate smooth operations. Lastly, we have financial resource. And here we allocate budget covering training, logistics, and ongoing support for sustained impact. With these resources placed, we're ready to deliver a high-quality training experience for educators.
Next, we're moving on to Deliverable Structure Chart, or as known as DSC. Now, there are 5 progress currently that need to do to finalize this project. Which we go to the first one, which is initialize and conceptualize, which is we need to do two cases, which is business case and also use case. Now, the reasons for us to know the flow and also what we need to do to produce the apps. Next, we're moving on to project charter and plan, which is for us to determine what time and how the progress will go on each task that we be given and also with what we plan. And next, we're moving to execute and control, which is after we plan on the project and after we plan project and task, and we're moving to the execute and control, which is divided to 5 parts: analysis, design, construction, testing, and implementation. So moving on, the analysis one is, now we start to describe the first one, which is analysis. In analysis, we got strategic plan, also system proposal. So the reason why we do a strategic plan is for us to determine the progress efficiently and perfectly according to the task that we have distributed. System proposal is where also design how the apps, the Google Training apps work among the teachers. Next, we're moving on to designs. There are 2 types of design we do, which is logical design and also technical design. Logical design is more to make and coding, and technical design is where mostly we're doing front end, where we're using HTML or any front end platform to design our apps perfectly. After we finishing the design, then we continue with the construction, which is we construct the training modules Google App Training application system through scratch. Any platform IDEs such as C++, Java, Python, and also for to implement database for produce apps is determined. The apps, and now we're moving to the testing, which is test plan and also test result. Test plan is where we conduct when will be we doing the test, and also we're producing the result, which is to determine either the app is ready to be published or need to be fixed a period of time. And last but not least is implementation. There are 3 implementation that we did, which is documentation, training program, and conversion plan. So this is very important for us to finalize application, and also we are ready to publish the apps for the team in the future. Now we're moving to use case diagram, or is known as UCD. So for our use case diagram for our Google application training, there are 2 actors that involve, which is teacher and trainer. On the teacher side, teacher has to register to get access to the Google apps. After teacher signs up, teacher can access through login. Now, after the login session, to log in, teacher can access to training modules, which is contribute, such as to check the progress students, and also anything that related for the student, also teachers assessment and progress, just that as it stated during the Behavioral Structure Chart, DSC. Moving to the so can obtain training session, which is included conduct training session by the trainer, and also teacher can request help from a trainer to provide assistance regarding to the Google apps. Teacher also can respond to feedback survey, which is including gives training satisfaction score, so that which is to can improve the apps to become better. Trainer sides, there are several things which start is for tracking attendance, and also managing training modules and monitor the progress, skill training session, and as I said just now, it also conduct training session for the teacher who attend the training session, and also provide assistance for the teacher who requests for help. Next, we're moving on to the work breakdown structure, or as known as WBS. So there are currently 2 parts of WBS, which is actually I did for 1 page due to the extended page. I have to divide it into 2 parts, which is why I'm going to explain. For the first part is initialize and conceptualize. So inside initialize and conceptualize, we did a business case, which is the first thing we did is consult with clients, gather information, define challenge, develop training records, develop action plan, define MOV, and also determine costs. And same goes as the use case. We define the training scenario and identify every user case, every actor that need to be implemented, and also documentations. Next, moving on to the project charter and plan. As I said during the DSC explanations, on the charter plan, we create a detailed project, and also we estimate the budget to develop the apps training. After we finish planning and moving on to execute and control, the first thing first is for analysis. We create a strategic plan. And also to execute the system proposal. After we finishing project charter and plan, we're moving on to the execute and control. The first step we have to do is analysis, which is to create a strategic plan for us to determine the task and what progress that we need to do for creating the project. And after that, we execute the system the system that been proposed. After we've been analysis, we're moving on to the second part, which is design. We create a logical design, which is as stated from the DSC chart before, is for the algorithmic and also coding part. Regarding logic, and also for the mostly for the front end things, and also with the create technical design is for implement database, and mostly for the back end things to develop the apps, Google Apps training. Now, after finishing the design, we move on to the construction, which is to execute the training module and also monitor the Google Apps part. Now, a continuity from the part 1, which is after we're finishing construction, then we're moving on to the testing, which is for us to test the Google Apps, to run the Google Apps in a prototypely. So the first is we review the test plan, the results, and we carry out the task plan that we have been planned. And also after we carry out, we also analyze the results and prepare the test results and address any software that can be upgrading or need to be maintained, or any error that can be fixed to develop the apps perfectly. And last, after finishing testing, we move on to the implementation. So just like what I say during the delivery structure chart, which is very important for us to documentation software and to finalize the apps training, which is take only 2 days, and also to fix and improve the project, whether it needs to be maintained for a period of time, and also what we need to be improved in order to make the Google's apps training longevity. And last, and after that, we're moving on to the close project, which is to develop the final project report, to write any regardless and the task that we're carrying from first step and up until the testing part. And also to verify the final delivery of our project. And lastly, project evaluation is for us analysis project performance, analysis team performance, to assess strength, evaluate project progress, and finally, after all this is done, and the Google Apps training are ready to be used.
Now, let me walk you through the timeline of our project, broken down into 5 key phases. First phase, initialize and conceptualize, which will take 17 days. In this phase, we will focus on understanding the project scope, objectives, and desired outcomes. This includes meeting with stakeholders, identifying the requirements, and aligning the project with organizational goals. Second phase is the project charter and plan, which will take 7 days. This phase involves creating a detailed project charter and planning the steps necessary to achieve our objectives. We will define roles, set milestones, and prepare a roadmap for the next phase. Third phase, which is execute and control, which will take 65 days, the longest and the most critical phase, where we deliver the training and resources to the secondary school teachers in Kota Samarahan. We will also monitor the process closely, ensure quality, and make necessary adjustments to stay on track. The fourth phase is the close project, which will take 5 days. After completing the execution phase, we will formally close the project. This involves collecting feedback, documenting lessons learned, and ensuring that all deliverables are handed over successfully. The last phase is close project success, which will take 11 days. Finally, we will evaluate the project success by measuring the teacher proficiency, improvements, and overall project impact. These steps ensures that our objectives are met and the result align with our desired outcomes. This structured approach helps us manage the project effectively while ensuring that we met our goals within the planned time frame.
The table shown provides a breakdown of the estimated costs for our project, categorized into people, technologies, facilities, and other expenses. So it shows that the largest expense is for people, totaling up to 148,200 ringgit, followed by technology, cost at 37,600 ringgit, and facilities, which sums up to 13,000, and other miscellaneous expense amount up to 12,100 ringgit. So the grand total for the project is estimated to be 210,900 ringgit.
The table above shows the original and revised schedules for Google Apps for Education training. The total duration went up to 5% from 118 days to 124 days. Tasks such as project evaluation and implementation were given more time to make sure everything is done properly. The extra time helps with better planning and improving the overall quality of the training.
Now, we're moving on to the conversion strategy. So, there are 3 types of conversion strategy, which is phased approach, direct cutover approach, and also parallel approach. The chosen approach that have been chosen for our project is the phased approach strategy. The reason the phased approach has been chosen to implement the Google Apps tool forms, Meet, Classroom, Sheets, and Chat gradually. This approach minimizes risk, ensures smooth adoption, and allows continuous feedback during each phase. The schedule has been compressed to align with the revised timeline while still maintaining a structured and manageable rollout process. The other 2 approaches had been rejected by us due to the first one, we're going through direct cutover approach. The reason why it was rejected because due to its high-risk nature, implementing all tools at once could overwhelm teachers, create confusion, and lead to significant disruption in teaching activities. A sudden transition would likely result in resistance to change, reduced productivity, and delays in troubleshooting technical issues. This approach does not allow for gradual adoption or early issue detection, increasing the likelihood of system failures. And the third one is the parallel. We also reject the parallel approach was also not selected due to resource duplication and increased operational costs. Running both the old and the new system simultaneously would require significant time, effort, and budget, which are constrained under a revised timeline. Teachers may also face confusion while navigating between 2 systems, reducing efficiency and learning effectiveness. Now, I'm going to explain and justify for the reason why we choose the phased approach as a conversion strategy of our strategy. The phased approach offers multiple advantages. As you can see here, risk reduction is achieved by minimizing disruptions and detecting issues early through incremental implementation. Smooth transition is ensured as teachers are trained on one tool at a time, enabling effective learning and minimizing resistance to change. Resource efficiency is maintained by balancing the use of trainers, facilities, and resources across phases, which also spread costs over the shortened 5-month timeline. Flexibility allows for adjustment based on teacher feedback during each phase, ensuring the program remains responsive to their needs. Finally, quality assurance is prioritized as each tool is tested and optimized before full implementation, ensuring functionality and usability.
Next is the key risks we have identified in our project and how we plan to handle them. With a 10% schedule reduction and a 20% budget cut, tackling these risks effectively is key to our success. One of the risks we are addressing is the possibility of unclear goals due to limited stakeholder engagement. To tackle this, we are organizing workshops where everyone can align on our objectives, and we will make sure all decisions are well documented. With a 20% budget cut, resource allocation is a big concern. So we are focusing on what matters most by reassessing priorities using value engineering. This way, we will ensure we deliver the highest impact outcomes within our means. Scheduling conflicts can slow things down, especially with training sessions. To avoid this, we are introducing adaptive scheduling and allowing participants to learn through asynchronous modules that fit their schedules. Furthermore, quality is non-negotiable for us, especially with training materials. To maintain high standards, we are setting clear benchmarks, doing regular reviews, and using feedback to make continuous improvements. And lastly, documentation. We know how critical this is for a smooth project handover. That's why we are using a centralized repository and a detailed checklist to ensure every piece of documentation is in place and validated. So, in summary, we have thought through these risks and put strong measures in place to handle them effectively. By staying proactive, we are confident we can deliver this project successfully despite the challenges.
Now for MOF evaluation, we'll evaluate the project's success and ensure its lasting impact. So starting off, how we measure it. First, we have teacher feedback. So regular surveys and direct feedback from the 200 teachers will gauge the effectiveness and impact of the training on their teaching practices. Second, we have skill assessment. So pre and post training assessments will measure the improvement in teachers' digital and their ability to use the Google Apps effectively whenever they are conducting classes. Thirdly, we have app usage statistics. So here we monitor the adoption rate. And the usage of Google Apps by teachers will provide insights into the practical application and continued engagement after the training. Next, we have follow-up actions for sustained adoption. So here, ongoing support, such as continuous technical support and updated training materials, will be provided to help teachers maintain their skills and stay confident in using the tools. Regular check-ins like periodic reviews will be held with teachers to monitor their progress, address any challenges, and ensure the training remains relevant. Lastly, we have community building. So here we'll create a supportive community of educators where they can share experiences, best practices, and help each other sustain the skills they've gained. With the help of these steps, we can track the project's success and ensure it continues to benefit teachers and their students for the long term.
To summarize, the Google Apps training project, led by our team, aims to equip 200 secondary school teachers in Kota Samarhan with 75% of proficiency in Google Apps like Classroom and Meet within 6 months to enhance teaching and learning. Despite a 10% schedule reduction and a 20% budget cut, the project delivers tailored training programs, technology integration support, and post-training evaluations to foster interactive and efficient classrooms. This initiative empowers educators with modern tools, improving classroom engagement and preparing students for a technology-driven future. In the long term, it will build a digitally competent education system, benefiting both teachers and students. That is all from us. Thank you.